Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Film Friday. Hello stranger, it's great to have you here. And like my newest plushie here, Bob Whale, alias um, Sir William Robert Whale, um, is also happy to see you. On Fridays, um, I am always trying to retell a film with tarot cards, and like especially for the sake of the fact that a local cinema hosted a party showing of Back to the Future today, and the first Christmas song was on the radio, and the first Christmas decoration was up in town, I decided to honor Next Stop Christmas, which features like Christopher Lloyd, who played Doc Brown in Back to the Future, and Leah Thompson, who played the mother in Back to the Future, and now she is a mother, but like let's say on a little bit of a different level. And I actually also tried to begin this video with a smaller deck out in town, but there was so much noise. And I began the recap with the idea that, like, I hate Christmas, and the main character, Angie Reynolds, also sort of hates Christmas and is not sad that her boss in the hospital puts her on call for Christmas Eve. So, yeah, on call, you have to, of course, be ready to help people. So maybe the St. Bernard is not the wrongest card for that. Like this cozy house in the snow is also like really typical of these Hallmark movies that Next Stop Christmas is part of. You're working far too hard. That's what actually people in the movie tell to Angie, and the stress will soon become too much. So there is like Leah Thompson in the Thompson can't speak English today, at least not at this hour of the night. She tells Angie like that Angie should come home and relax at home, if only for a day. Take some time to play and enjoy life. That is actually then happening in the movie, because then Angie falls asleep on the last train that she tries to catch in her stress, and ends up in a scenario where everything was like it was 10 years before. Like her bulldog is still alive and her nephew is still very small and running through the house. So she kind of has to get playful and learn to feel her feelings again. I have never seen the panda bear in this deck, but the panda bear also has a particular significance in my life. My brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start. Of course, in this story, Angie also has a rocky start because, like, she suddenly finds herself on a steam train that is, like, really old as a tree, or almost sort of like a living fossil. With an old love of hers versus her childhood friend. And that stresses her out even more. I would say she's walking a little bit on thin ice, but she doesn't know what to do with the situation. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. Yes, I would say in the course of the story, Angie learns to not trust her suitor, Tyler, who is a sports reporter who just thinks of his own interest, And like her childhood friend Ben is much more like genuine. Um, but Angie has actually never known that Ben fancies her, and that she could have a genuine relationship with Ben. Ace of Earth. Ace, of course. Like, to me, ace also means like the movement of asexual people, but they have quality relations, and like, I mean, this being a kind of conservative American movie, there is not too much like juicy stuff going on. But yes, here Tyler, the suitor, only dreams of money and career, and Angie actually dreams of quality time with family and friends. So it is what I find good about the movie is basically about thinking about what one really wants and like finding that out in the process. And like Christopher Lloyd is such a cool train conductor. Train like between the past and the future basically, and like this is again like the dreamer, the whole story is like a dream. The fool going somewhere without prejudice. Ben reminds here Angie of their playful past so much. I don't really necessarily like all films with classical gender roles, but this one is one of my favorites because it is so playful and because the people learn to be genuine again. The Queen of Water, a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition. Yes, it is a rocky road to admit to all those emotions, and um, I so love the story of the mother, where the old parents rediscover their feelings for each other, and Angie facilitates that because, like, in the initial scenario, she only knows her parents as not talking to each other, the relationship drained, on the verge of a divorce, and so forth and so forth. So, yes, I actually keep coming back to the whale, which is in some cultures like an ambassador between the past and the future. So, can we maybe have a Christmas and Advent time where we remember what used to be good? Remember that like relations, also with friends, need to be like taken care of and need to be cultivated in order to thrive and survive. So I wish you actually, okay, it's too early to say Merry Christmas, but like as soon as someone says next stop Christmas, or as they rather say in the film Next Stop Shepherd's Ferry, um, let's think of something we used to like. Let's think of what we want to cultivate in our lives and what happens when we work beyond the surface and are calm and gracious on the surface. Have a nice night. Bye bye.